Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. So, today I'm going to be using this beautiful Archer and Olive notebook. It's called the Wonderstruck notebook, and it has this beautiful iridescent foiling on the page edges, the spine, as well as the cover. And it does have black pages. So since it has black paper, I'll be using these Tulle metallic gel pens, these Sakura jelly roll pens, and I also got these Uli Vivid Pop metallic water-based markers. If I use anything additional, I'll try to remember to mention it at the time. So starting with the nameplate, I will go ahead and write my name using the Sakura Jelly Roll in silver. Flipping over to the next page, this page was super extra glued together, so even though I usually use that page, I decided to skip it and start my cover page on the next page. So as you can see, I've already sketched in my design with pencil. So I like to take inspiration from the cover of the notebook in my setup pages. So this title page is going to have some Art Deco elements as well as some cosmic elements. This is my first time using a blackout journal. I've seen examples of other people using blackout journals, and I feel like the designs are just so stunning. They just pop really well on black paper. So I've wanted to play with black paper for a long time, but I've been reluctant to do it in my everyday journal because of the pen situation. You have to use certain pens, only certain pens and markers will show up on the black paper. So I've been reluctant to do it in my everyday journal. So when I decided to create a dream journal, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to play with some black paper. Not only is this my first time ever using a blackout journal, this is also my first ever dream journal. I'll talk a little bit more about why I decided to start a dream journal later, but for now I'm using my silver jelly roll pen to put my Art Deco designs in the corners. One benefit of using a blackout journal is that if there are any mistakes, you can use a black pen to fix it pretty easily. So this is my black Pigma Micron, and it makes mistakes disappear completely. I'm using the metallic markers to write the word dream. I wanted it to blend from green to blue to mimic the iridescence of the cover, but I was having a hard time making these markers blend. So I just wrote half the word in green and then the second half of the word in blue. And then I'm gonna go over it once it's dry with silver pen. And I think that kind of disguises the fact that they're not blended well. So here I am tracing over the word dream with the silver jelly roll. So even though these markers don't blend very well, one good thing is that it's easy to layer these markers. And I like the way it turned out in the end. The cover of this notebook has some stylized clouds, so I'm making some stylized clouds using this light blue Tulle metallic gel pen. I'm using another Tulle metallic gel pen in the color Champagne to do the highlights for the clouds. I'm using that same champagne color to color in my moon and then the diamond in the top center as well. I'm going to use various colors of the Tulle metallic gel pens to put in little sparkles and stars. So that's the cover page finished. I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper between the pages so I don't get any transfer. And the next page is going to be the key. The design for this page is fairly simple. I've been using the gold jelly roll and this gold metallic marker to create a little plaque and some designs in the corners. Now that the gold marker is dry, I'm going to use a Pentel matte hop pen in black to create a frame around my little title block. I'm writing in my title with that same black matte pen. I really like the effect of the black matte on top of the gold on the black paper. The bullets and icons that I'm going to be using in my dream journal are different than the ones that I use in my everyday journal. And since this is the first time I've ever made an actual dream journal, I wanted to leave a lot of extra space on the key page because I'm sure there will be more things that I will come up with that I want to add that I haven't even thought of yet. So with the key page done, now I can flip over The next page is going to be the why page, where I'm going to write the reasons I wanted to start a dream journal. And then the page after that will be the how, which is the steps that I'm going to take to try to remember my dreams, record my dreams, and somewhat analyze my dreams. The title boxes for these 2 pages are going to be similar to the key, just in different colors. I'm using the black matte hot pen to write the titles in again, and I'm using the ruler to draw straight lines for the frames, but I'm just eyeballing the distance from the edge. Since these 2 pages are right next to each other, I want them to look cohesive together. So I'm creating kind of swirls and swooshes of stars and sparkles that go across both pages. But the main color on the left will be blue, and the main color on the right is green. So the reason I even decided to start a dream journal is mostly out of curiosity. I do have the occasional premonitional dream where I will dream of something and then sometime in the future that scene basically will play out in real life. I also feel like sometimes my subconscious mind is more creative than my conscious mind, so I wanted to keep track of those things as well. For the how side, I want to start by saying I am in no way a dream expert. This is my first ever dream journal. But basically, I am going to try to remember my dream before I even get out of bed and jot down some bullet points and notes very quickly. And then later in the day, I'll be able to transfer it into this notebook. If you're interested in remembering your dreams better or starting your own dream journal, there's definitely more informed resources than me. So I encourage you to look those up. Recently, I've taken an interest in trying to remember my dreams better, and I've definitely gotten a lot better at remembering my dreams. I would say almost every night I can remember what I dreamt about, which is what prompted me to start this whole dream journal. And I'm curious to see what patterns might show up in my dreams, and it's mostly just a kind of a fun exercise to satisfy my curiosity. So here on this page, I am drawing a beetle. So when I was testing out and playing with these metallic water-based paint markers, I felt like the colors and the shine reminded me of like a scarab beetle. So I decided to draw and color in a scarab beetle. I think it's hard to appreciate on camera how shiny these metallic markers are, but it really does look like the shell of a beetle. But again, since these markers don't blend very well, I'm using the Tool metallic gel pens to add a little bit more dimension. I used the gunmetal color in the Tool metallic gel pen for the legs and the pincers, and then everything is going to get a thick gold outline. I'm using this page to write the dates that I'm going to be in this notebook. So I have a piece of paper with the outline of the body. I had scribbled some pencil on the back side of the paper, and then I'm tracing over the numbers so I can transfer some of that pencil onto the body. Now I can trace over that with my black matte hop pen. This video is coming out a little bit later than I had actually intended, but I did start using this notebook on January 1st, and this is probably the only time you'll ever see this notebook. After this page, everything in this notebook is basically just going to be long-form journaling. I will add some colors and headers and maybe some stickers and washi just so it's a little bit more interesting for me, but it's not something that I'm going to be sharing publicly. If I keep up my current pace, I'm actually going to be done with this notebook. Like, this notebook will be full in 2 to 3 months. So I will most likely need multiple dream journals every year. So I did leave a little bit of extra space above the beetle on top of this page to write in what months of 2025 I will be using this journal. So with this page finished, it's time for our final flip through. So our beautiful Archer and Olive Wanderlust blackout journal. The inside end page has iridescent stars and moons. The cover page for the dream journal inspired by the cover of the journal. The key page with lots of space to add. Reminder of why and how I'm going to keep this journal. And the beetle with the year and lots of space to record dreams. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.